Let's be real for a second. Fighting games are hard. In pretty much any other competitive form of video gaming, you always have the element of teamwork. How well your team does has an undeniable impact on whether or not you win or lose. But fighting games don't have this luxury. When you're playing a fighter, there's no mechanical or conceptual layers between you and your opponent other than the characters you choose. It's your skill versus the other skill, and you've got no one to blame but yourself. So when you're getting your balls rocked by this random dude online,
where do you think you're going?
it hurts. Bad. Now, I've been playing these games for over 20 years, and while I'm not going to lie and say losing still doesn't suck ass, it's something you learn to grow from instead of whine about. But one of the hardest things new players tend to deal with isn't even losing. It's learning how to get better, and learning how to lab, and just learning how to learn. Hell, lots of people have trouble just deciding on who they want to play. All of these different elements form a sort of video game gumbo, making it one of the most polarizing genres ever. Then you have Dragonball FighterZ. Right off the bat, you can look at this game and recognize why people fall in love with it. Characters and environments look as if they're bursting right out of the pages of a shonen manga. Iconic voice actors from both the dubs and subs are all here. Lightning speed action that's exciting to watch but easy to understand, and responsive gameplay that services these over-the-top explosive visuals. It's so rare to see such a perfect match between a developer and the IP they get to work with. Arc System Work really loves this game, and it shows that they're huge fans of Dragon Ball, clearly. God, I hope I'm pronouncing this right, but Tomoko Hiroki and her team have put so much love into this, and it just shows clearly through every inch. I mean, how fucking cool is it that you can give Zamasu a big ol' slice? Or make Sorbet shoot a little sniper off the screen to protect Frieza when he's getting back up? Or just kill Yamcha again? To me though, the game already felt like a complete package. New modes like co-op boss fights and cosmetics like free colors are always being added to tide us over between bigger content releases, which definitely breaks up the monotony of running into this guy online every 5 minutes. But Martian, none of this really matters if the game sucks to play, right? I mean, you can add all the casual mode content you want, but at the end of the day, if the game feels like ass, there's no reason I should play it, right? Right? To this I say, shut the fuck up, you cowardly child. DBFZ feels amazing to pick up and play. Every single move or ultimate attack is taken straight from some kind of source material in the manga, and brought to life by clever usage of shading placed on 3D models. It's a truly unique look only shared by games like Guilty Gear Xrd, and even that's made by the same dudes. The nail-biting, hyper-stylized, and hyper-aggressive gameplay does a tremendous job of making you feel engaged, whether or not you're actually playing. Seriously, go watch Sonic Fox or Hook Gang God play this game if you want to see some amazing high-level gameplay. But I heard auto combos ruin the game. Why should I take the time to learn anything when any scrub bumfuck from Snake Way can stomp my shit in with auto combos? And to this, I again say shut the fuck up, you silly, foolish child, and let me show you something. So this is what your average auto combo will look like. Alright, 2600 damage, not horrible, not horrible. Now, let's see how much damage I can do after 20 or so minutes of practice.
You're not getting away. Got him!
Now keep in mind, this is a terrible combo. It uses level 1 sparking, it's hella unoptimized, only works in the corner, only works on some of the big bodies. The point is that mashing auto combo is a strategy rendered obsolete once you reach a very basic skill level in this game. They managed to keep the lowest of low level players engaged, while the people willing to grind out those hour-long combos and insane setups are rewarded greatly for their diligence. In the end, that's what makes this game so fun. The satisfaction of learning all the cool shit your team can do and labbing all these insane combos until you become an absolute monster. That's the beauty of versus games, of games like Marvel vs. Capcom. And that, in turn, is the beauty of DBFZ. Or at least part of it. Being Dragon Ball related also helps. Now, don't get me wrong, there are valid complaints to be had about the mechanical design choices in this game. For a lot of people, those complaints have to do with Super Dash. While I don't think the mechanic itself needs to be completely changed or even removed like some people want, I don't think I'd mind making it a little less safe either. Also, auto combos do this really dumb thing where if you jump over someone's head while they're doing their auto, they'll just auto-correct to your side and continue doing the auto combo. Something else that really bothers me are the issues surrounding netplay in general. You see, on PS4 you get 2 frames of input delay both offline and online. Now, by itself that's not a huge issue, but playing online makes this a lot more noticeable. Even if your opponent is only lagging by 2 frames, that's 4 frames of delay you have to adjust to. And finding someone with a connection even that good isn't always easy to come by since most of you savages play on Wi-Fi. Also, ever since the latest patch, you can't really throw out assists defensively anymore, which was a really weird choice for a game that already lacks solid defensive options. This is another complaint the community has had about the game pretty much since day one, but for me personally, while I wouldn't mind defensive options being buffed, it's never been an aspect of the game that has bothered me that much. Oh yeah, and rage quitters. Rage quitters have been a rampant problem for almost a year now, and Namco still hasn't done anything to stop them, so yeah, fix that shit, Namco. Even with all this in mind though, I have to say, it's been years since a fighting game has demanded my attention the way this game does. Virtually every day the past year I've been booting this up with the same amount of hype and excitement I did when it launched, and that can only be attributed to the insane level of love and care these guys have put into their game. Even now as we edge closer and closer to the 1-year anniversary, we're still getting exciting new releases to look forward to, and that's absolutely necessary to keep the fans that have been showering this game with praise invested for years. Combined with the continued support Namco has showed for this game's competitive scene and a community full of fighting game vets and scrubs alike, it's all brought together by the magic that is Dragon Ball, and this game manages to capture that magic in spades. So I reviewed and rated this game before around the time of release, and a year later my score hasn't really changed. I'm giving DBFZ 4 out of 5 Dragon Balls. What a great fucking game. Seriously, go play it, like now, like just go fucking play it.
The balls are inert. Wait a sec.